Hey everybody, welcome back to the Place in the Middle podcast. I'm Butter.
And I'm Amy, and this is part 2 about our food talk.
Yeah. We decided to split it in half because we had so much fun talking about it.
Yes,
We also went on a detour topic of our favorite fast food in the
that's
States.
right. If you haven't heard about that one, you should go check it out.
Yes. And now we're gonna come back to our original
Let's do a nice landing, shall we?
yes, original question or just topic of our cuisines and like
hmm
connection over food, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe start with like how do you know, have connections over food, or how do you do that?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so you raised something that I thought it was so interesting because I've always thought about that.
Mhm.
How a lot of conversations happen around the table,
Yep.
as in when we're having dinner or and you know what? I think that's such a great idea because our stomach's full, we're not gonna get hangry.
Yep.
If you are, get some food. It's
Yeah.
right there in front of you. And
You're in such the best mood you can be
exactly.
because there's food right there.
Exactly. And we can talk a little bit about family style.
Yep.
I know Italians do this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
enough.
start their dinner at I think 6 and they end at midnight. It's longer than ours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep talking.
That's fun though. I mean, because then you can keep going in like round two. Get some
Exactly.
more.
Exactly. And
I love that.
Yeah, so we have this thing in our culture called family style,
Yeah.
where everybody have their own plate of rice, and we would have all the
Main dishes.
main dishes. Thank you. I was like,
The
thing
other
that we eat with
dishes?
rice, the main dishes in the middle. So
Right.
and there's we call it the middle spoon,
Yep.
where you don't use your own spoon to scoop it out of
Yes,
the
because
main
that's
dish.
unhygienic.
That's right. So we have a spoon for each main dishes
Yeah.
that we can scoop and put it on in
Our plate.
Yes.
And we could try a bunch of different food because it's not one main dish per person.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
the cool part about it.
Yeah.
You get to order more dishes and try a
Uh-huh.
lot of different ones.
Share food. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because I have two brothers.
Mhm.
So if my family is a family of 5.
Mhm.
And think about my brothers and also my cousins are mostly boys.
Okay.
So we would fight for food.
Oh, really?
Especially, those turntables, like the
yes,
Chinese,
the Chinese style
Like-
turntable.
you got it scoop, man. Like you
Yeah.
have to, because when it comes back around, it's all gone.
I know what you mean.
You know?
Because I was the one who ate so much. So I only have one sister.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't get to eat if she doesn't go quickly
That's true.
because I would eat it all.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, when we grew older, she still has the habit to eat really fast because she's like, if I don't eat now, I'm not gonna get to eat because butter
It's the
eats it all.
instinct in your body, yeah.
And so instinctively, she would like shut up. I'm like, whoa, like slow down, like it's okay. You're gonna like get indigestion.
Right. You
things
have
like
enough
that.
food in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because of the way we grew up, where I'm just like whoop, 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 like this,
Mhm.
she's like, if I don't eat now, I won't get to eat.
Right. I won't survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I just know that I just gotta eat. Yeah. When
Yeah.
I was this is gonna be a funny fact, because when I was little, my mom would call me, my grandma and my mom would call me เจ้าหญิงสามคำ. So it would place me in a high share,
Uh-huh.
and เจ้าหญิงสามคำmeans like a princess of three
3
bites.
words. Oh, 3 คำ, like 3.
3 three bites.
Uh-huh.
Like I would just eat 3 bites of things, and I would climb up the high share, and I would just run. Like I was just like, she a
I'm
runner,
not
she a
about
rock
this.
star. I'm like, I'm done. So I didn't really eat growing up.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I don't like eating when I was growing up. So now I make up for it.
I think that's like my sister. Like she
Yeah?
didn't really eat when she was growing up, and I ate it all. And so eventually, once she wanted to eat, she has to be fast.
Right.
To eat it.
right.
That's so
That's
interesting.
funny. Yeah. So for some reason, I love food now. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. And just to get to try so many cuisines, I love it so much.
Yeah. I think also we gather around food
Mhm.
when we meet with people,
Mhm.
even not just family, but like friends.
Yeah.
It's over food.
even coworkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just in a better mood when there's some food.
That's true.
Even if you have to have like maybe harder, I don't know, like if hard conversations are better off around food.
I've had some hard conversations around food.
Actually, me too. Like coffee or stuff.
Yeah. I still eat I eat just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still enjoy my food.
But I just remember like for a period of time I was really sick So I couldn't really eat out. I had to like test trial food inside the house. So I
That's
have to
rough.
cook everything
Yeah.
and then like document it so that if I had a stomach ache, I would can trace back and be like, oh, maybe not this food, maybe not this, and what ingredient did I
That's
use?
hard.
It was controlled, like it was very controlled. And so I remember having this friend who I always meet with to eat food, and we love food, and
Right.
immediately we just like stop meeting
That's so
because
sad.
how would we meet? We're not eating food, and that's what
Right.
we usually meet over. Like, let's go out to eat here, and then that's where we have our conversations.
Mhm.
But then when I stopped eating, it was like, what do we do? And it's like I can't really invite you for anything because that's all we've been doing is
Right.
meeting over food to catch up. But if I can't eat and I don't really drink sweet drinks at that, like I don't, I stuck.
You
stuck
cut
to the
everything
basic.
off.
Yeah,
That's
I had
right.
to cut everything off.
Yeah.
Stuck to the basic. Ate at home. Ate very minimal like
Mhm.
food, and she's a foodie.
Right.
So it was so we like didn't contact. I just remember like I want to contact her, but I'm not really sure what to invite her to.
Right. The only shared experience you had with her
Was
was
food.
food. Yeah.
And like we would enjoy it so much. I'm not gonna lie, I think I sabotaged my body because we ate so much. I just remember, wow, we are really focused around food.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really go out with friends all that much when I was in like high school because I was quite busy with like my extracurricular.
Yeah.
Like I did ballet basically almost every day. I had piano lessons.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I did so many things, but
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was busy.
Oh,
Yeah, it
you
was
might
like
have more energy then.
100%.
Then I-
Yeah. It's like when you're dancing, when you're so aware of your body, like honestly, by the time I was like 17, I already felt it. That it wasn't the same when I was 12.
Uh huh.
Yeah. And so, but it was okay. Like, I still ate just fine. I struggle with like, my relationship with food has to be kind of redeemed as well. It was, I don't know if you know this, when I was in high school, when I was 16, I was anorexic for like a few years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then there was this one year during I think I was in 11th grade, 10th grade. Like it was during Christmas and we were practicing for a show. And I think like I wanted to be like skinny because, ballet
Yeah.
world, like you're staring at your body the whole time.
Yeah.
Teachers back then are not like the nicest about your body as well.
Yeah.
So I kind of like starved myself. I don't know how I did that, to be honest, looking
Yeah.
back. Because I think like that really, our mind is so powerful.
Yeah.
And when I put my mind to it, I will do it.
Yeah.
So this was my routine. Kind of like I went to ballet and then my ballet class ended late, so I would be the last person to eat dinner at home.
Okay.
And I was the only one eating.
Oh, okay.
So I just skipped dinner altogether.
Oh.
And that was for like a few months. And then it finally my mom kind of caught onto it, as in like she kind of knew something was wrong.
Oh.
And I think there's a breaking point where I fainted in the mall because I had no like what is it called,
Blood sugar?
blood sugar left, like it was just all gone basically.
Oh my gosh.
So I got put in like the IV,
Yeah.
like and usually after one bag of IV fluids you would have to like run to the bathroom and like pee
Oh.
basically and use a bathroom, but after 2 bags nothing happened to me. It was
Oh my
horrible.
gosh.
Yeah, but
You were
then
dehydrated?
I was so dehydrated, my blood sugar like super low, and
Wow.
yeah, I lost my period for like a few years, like a whole year I didn't have it.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think it was just like the pressure of just wanting to be accepted. Yeah. So I mean, that's in the past.
Yeah.
I love food now. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it for me, because I know that like it I think there's a triggers for I can't say it for everybody because
Yeah.
it is only my personal experience.
Yeah.
But I knew what my root problem is, and then I got that fixed. And I didn't go to therapy either. I think
Wow.
like I think like community helped a lot.
Mm.
Yeah. And just rediscovering cooking helps me a lot too.
Cooking is very therapeutic for me.
Yeah. Like sometimes when I'm so tired from work, I would come home and I'm like, "Oh, I still have energy to cook." And I get that, like, you get to be in the kitchen and like
Yes.
it's quiet. Like
Uh-uh.
I don't know, I just love it. And baking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baking for me became huge therapy, like stress relieving, especially this past year. I think there were some moments where I was just super stressed out and I couldn't find like an exit, like I couldn't find a solution.
Yeah.
When I can't find a solution, I get stuck. I tend to be very overwhelmed, and then I feel stuck. So I don't know what to do. One of the ways to process for me is through baking. And just something about being in the kitchen and mixing stuff, like baking, like putting flour in and like things like that. I like to do recipes where I can basically put in as much, like let's say I'm making chocolate chip cookies. I could put as much chocolate chips as I want, but not just chocolate chips. I could put like other chocolates in there.
That's right.
And
Like
that
combinations of stuff.
yes, the combination of different chocolates. But for some reason, being able to put as much as I want without measuring it, I don't know, there's just something about it just so like I just love it so much
Yeah.
of that freedom to just put whatever I want in and make it my own. I don't know about the taste, but like
Right.
that process of just mixing, I can't really focus on the things that I'm going through, and it's like a break time
Yeah.
to focus on like what is at the present.
Yeah.
Like the baking soda needs to go in and you need
Right.
to measure that properly.
Yeah.
But I just love that like carrot cake. Usually maybe the recipe calls for like 1.5 cups. I would be like, well, however much I want to put in, I'm gonna put it in. And it turns out fine. You know,
Right.
it's good. But because I know like these things you can be more like lenient on it. You don't have to be exact, precise, except for like the flour and baking soda. Those ones.
The ratio between all of
Yes, those
yeah.
ones. And so for me, baking became an outlet for me to just it's like therapy.
Yeah.
Just like exercise would be good therapy, but sometimes you're not I'm not feeling
I don't
I'm
want to
not
get sweaty.
I don't want to run or I don't want to go to the gym. That just makes me even more tired.
Yeah.
But thinking of baking, I get a little bit of excitement even though
too.
I'm tired.
Right, right. Me too. Me too. It gives you that burst of energy.
Yeah, like oh,
For a
I
while,
want to
and
do
then-
this.
And after that, you crash.
You really do.
It's true.
I think I walk so much around the kitchen that like my ball of my feet hurt.
That's when you know.
That's when you know like okay, this
Yeah.
is probably
And I think that's like it comes through with experience, right? In the beginning, like I think we were when we were in school, like we were told to do stuff, which is I totally I totally agree with the rules and like
Yeah.
everything. You know, it's there for a reason to actually have like a standard. But I think when we grow up, we have to get to that part when we get to decide as well. And I think for me, I don't know if you would relate with this, but for me, when I get to kind of experiment with what if I add more of this?
yeah.
I want to add 2 eggs instead of 1,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I think that is kind of like, it's also teaching us to be okay with not following the rules. And like, hey, it's okay that you actually don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I had a really hard time with like, I'm a people pleaser.
Yes, me
I
too.
used to be a really like people pleaser, so
Yep.
I don't want to upset anybody. But
keep the peace.
exactly, I'm a middle child, so I'm
Yeah.
a peacekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think learning to kind of like step over that box and just outside of the box, like it gives me a lot of freedom, and also like I'm telling myself like I actually can do this. Like,
Yeah.
it's giving me the ability to think outside of the box and be creative. And I think that's why I love it so much.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. Like I used to be a really big people pleaser. Can't say no,
Right?
and I get really upset afterward because it's not even what I want to do. But I felt like there was no option for me to say no.
Yeah.
And just like stand up for myself because then they might not like me. But then like I worked through it in counseling even, and they're just like, do you really need to be liked by this person? And I'm like, no, I actually don't really want to be close to them, or like we don't need to be friends. She's like, then why does it matter if you say no?
Right.
And I think for me that was like a good turning point of some people they don't matter to me.
Right.
Like some people I can just you can think of whatever you want of me and I'll be okay because I don't even want you in my life.
Right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really control how they think. of you.
Exactly.
Like you can't. Yeah.
And the thing is, even the things I say to you, even with the most pure and honest like form like of maybe encouragement could hurt you. The way you interpret it, I cannot
That's right.
control.
That's right.
And so at the end of the day, I'm like, I can have the purest intentions and you would still take it wrong.
That's true.
And so so then it became like I don't
Yeah.
then whatever. Like then
Yeah.
I'll do what I want to do.
Right.
I think that has a lot of freedom
Yeah.
to it too.
I think it's so funny that cooking and baking helps us help us like process a lot of things. Because honestly, you don't really have to focus that much. I don't know. At least for me,
Me too.
I'm like, it becomes automatic.
Yeah.
And I would tell like people that bake and like cook, I'm like, take the recipe and like find indication words. Bake until golden brown. You
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to put it there for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you have to be observant.
Yes.
I think that's why like it takes our attention from there, but not really like, oh, it has to be precise.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when I'm baking and because I've done these recipe often, if I mix it and I'm seeing it's a little bit more liquid, then I just add more flour.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And to me, it's I just like throwing it in and seeing if it works sometimes.
too.
I'm like, let me see if I can make this work or not. The one I love most to make is like curry, like Japanese curry, where they have like the little buoy, like
Yes, the
thingy-
block.
the blocks
Yeah.
that you could get at the store. But whatever you want to put in it, I love that process of making it. And like, oh, I could put carrots and onions and this meat, whatever, and I could get to dice them.
Mhm.
I don't know what about it, but I love just that preparation process.
I do too. I love prepping.
Oh, and then when it like I could stir fry, and the thing is, it could be whatever you want it to be.
Mhm.
Like the process, it doesn't matter. Like if you want to put water and then the curry blocks in first, you can do that and then put the meat in if you want to.
Do whatever you want.
You want to stir fry
basically.
it first, you can then add water. Like there's so many
Right.
different ways of approaching
Right.
it. I just love that like there is a freedom there to just like test trial
Mhm.
whatever you want.
And I think that's applies to Thai food as well. Now we're talking about cooking,
Yeah.
right? Because like I feel like Thai food, there's I don't know if you grew up like cooking Thai food, but this is how my family always do it. You know how we would like put oil in, wait
Yes.
for it to be hot, put in the
Garlic, yes.
and then the meat,
Yes.
and then the vegetable later,
Yes.
because it cooks faster,
Right. Us
Right?
too.
And I know that some people like, get like they cringe a little bit because I know that in a lot of cuisine they put in garlic later because they're like, you're gonna burn it,
Oh.
but for us,
Yeah.
it's actually flavoring the oil.
And it smells so nice.
It's true. Yeah,
You
and,
make this flavor like this
Yeah.
garlic come out first.
and I'm like, don't wait for the garlic to burn. Put other things in.
Yeah. Why would you let it get that far before you
Right.
put the other stuff?
Exactly. So I think Thai food is super easy for me. You just
Mm-mm.
throw everything in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stir fry, easy. And seasoning is to your liking,
Yeah.
and I think that comes with like experience.
Right.
I did meal prep for a while when I was in the States
Oh, did you?
because I didn't have time to like cook every day.
I
So
did some meal prep, but I can't eat the same food again and again like many
Yeah.
days in a row.
I do like two menus for
Oh,
each
really?
week, like for lunch.
Oh.
But for dinner, because I love cooking, so at night I would definitely cook.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's hard when I was in America, I think, to cook Thai food because their kitchen is indoor.
Mhm.
And though there might be like ventilator thing,
It's not enough.
it's not enough. The garlic literally stinks up the whole place.
I set the fire alarm off like so many times when I cook steak. And you know what I do? I literally open every single windows and close like the bedroom doors.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I just turn on the fan. And
Oh.
it has to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to. Literally but the smell is so strong. The whole house smells like Thai
That's
food.
true.
It's so because it's an indoor kitchen. It's on your furniture, like the smell. If you have like, like cloth and stuff, it's
Everything is, oh my gosh, yeah.
And
and I-
so, yeah, I feel bad for my roommates, but I wanted to eat Thai food.
Right? You gotta do it somehow. But we talked about Thai kitchen before this, but I don't know, like, I don't know if you guys know, but Thai kitchen in like a Thai household is not actually indoor. It's actually like attached to the indoor part, but it's separate. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like an outdoor
Yeah.
because there could be ventilation.
But it just allows it not to stick to your furniture because of the different seasonings, honestly. Like,
That's right.
if you think about like the like the not the packets, but like how soy their herbs, there's mix.
Yes, aromatics.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so strong
Mhm.
that if you do it inside the house, it would literally stink up. Everything would be
That's
stuck
right.
with the smell.
That's right. Yeah, because usually for like the chili paste
Yes.
and like the base for a
Yes.
lot of curries,
Yes, the base.
you actually have to stir fry it first
Yeah.
to get that aroma out
Yes.
before you add other things in.
Correct. Yeah.
And basically at that time you're already choking. Like, you're choking from
Pad
the,
Kapow, you're gone.
yeah, all the chilies.
The
You're gonna be like,
Yeah. Garlic and chili, okay. Literally,
Yeah.
that's a different experience. You cannot stay without like coughing it out somehow.
that's right. Yeah, but then you push through it because you need good food.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that my kitchen is outdoor
Mm-hmm.
with an oven. so I can cook like American food and Thai food.
And it will get so hot inside as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it just works out well.
Yeah.
What's interesting though is when I was in America, like Thai people use fork and a spoon together.
We can get into this.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I know where you're going.
Yes, we use a fork and a spoon together to help each other. Like the fork scoops up the rice onto the spoon.
Right, you push it in.
You push it into it, and so then you can eat it very cleanly on your plate without touching with your hands.
Right, so spoon on the right, fork on
Or
the
on the
left.
left, unless you're left-handed, I guess. They might be the opposite.
I don't know.
I don't know, but anyways, and so you would push it in, and then you could make it like you could pick up all the rice grains
Right.
because that's really hard at the end. In America, when I was going there for college, that was very essential that I get a fork and a spoon,
Right.
but it's not matching.
The
There-
size.
The size is not the same.
Right. Is the spoon is either way too big, it's like a serving spoon.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a word. Serving spoon.
spoon.
I said main spoon or something like that.
Oh, you said
in the
main
episode
spoon?
before that. But it's either too big or too small.
Yeah, it's either a serving spoon
Or like a coffee.
or like a smaller spoon.
Right.
And the one in between, it's not really like a right size. It's
It's
really
not the same size.
It's a weird shape too sometimes. Like it's
Right.
sometimes like rounder. I don't know. But the fork and the spoon never matches because they don't really sell it together as a pair.
that was very rough for me. I was so frustrated every single time I was in dining hall. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, and I just realized, oh, because my like American friends, they usually just eat with a spoon or a fork.
That's right.
You
yeah.
eat a salad with the fork and then you just like put it
Uh-huh.
in, or you eat soup with a spoon.
Right?
You will never use a fork and a spoon to scoop like that
Right.
together.
Honestly, they don't like if you think about it, if it's not like a restaurant,
Yeah.
you don't even use like fork and knife. They only use fork. Think about cutting up stuff.
Yeah.
They just use their fork to cut it in.
Yes.
or
They
something
cut
like
like
that.
this and then they
And they just poke and then
yes.
eat. And that is so funny because I got so used to that.
Uh-huh.
And when I came back, I'm like, oh, I don't have to just
Use
use
a
a
fork.
fork. Because
You
it
use-
frustrates me so much if it's not the same size. I'm like, I can't eat, you know?
What about those box sets where they're like 4 plates, 4 spoons, 4 forks?
Here or there.
There. If they would be matching.
I don't think they have
I don't
that.
think so either.
You can get it at
don't-
Asian market though.
Right. I don't think they're matching. I think there's like 4 spoons and 4 forks, but like the spoon might be smaller. Like a
Right.
dessert spoon.
Because
or
if you
something.
think about the courses, like you would start with the soup,
Yep.
put that down. You don't use that spoon anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you think about if they use like dessert fork and main dish dessert, it's different sizes.
Yep.
Right? So I think
Maybe
that's
not.
yeah.
Right. And so never would you really have to use both at the same time.
Yeah. One other thing that got me kind of shocked is the consumption of paper plates.
They do use a lot of paper plates.
I'm like, is that a thing?
For
Like
what do you guys usually use it for? Like what are you talking about? In what situation?
almost like a lot of people just use it like so they don't have to wash the dishes.
Oh really? Like in the house?
Yes. I
Oh.
was very confused. It's not just like at parties.
Oh,
That I would
yeah.
totally understand.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, whoa.
Like they're just not gonna wash
okay.
anything, so then
They
they
just
just use,
throw it and
which is nice so they don't have to wash it, but that's a lot of
no,
paper
but like
plates.
coming from Thailand, I'm like, it's just one dish.
Yeah.
And like you actually have a dishwasher.
Yeah, exactly.
We manually
Manually,
labor
yes.
the children in our house, you know, kind of deal. And like, yeah, I was so confused. I'm like, how hard is it? But then I was like, oh, okay. It's actually convenience.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's even more convenient. Like you just throw it out when you're done.
Mhm.
But I remember because I think some of my friends were confused. Like, you don't have a dishwasher like home? Like, no, we just hand wash everything. They're like, oh. And in America, you just load everything, like scrub a little
Right.
bit and then put it
Uh-huh.
in.
That was so interesting for me. I'm like, wow, fancy. But then I was like, I realized everybody have that.
Yeah, everybody has it. It's weird if your house doesn't have a dishwasher. I don't think I even went to anybody's house who didn't have a dishwasher.
That's right. That's right. Same.
I think it was just part of, like every house should
Part
have
of
a
their kitchen.
stove. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we definitely have a stove, but not a gas stove, and maybe not an oven. They
Mm-hmm.
definitely have a dishwasher,
Definitely an oven.
an oven.
A lot of houses have toasters,
Mm-hmm.
single use appliances.
Uh huh.
Right? That was so interesting to me. Ooh,
definitely.
Americans love ice water.
Ice water?
They're obsessed with ice. Like it will be like freezing cold outside. They will need freezing cold drinks.
Oh, really?
I think like that's the American thing.
Really?
Because I talked to my American friends and like there was this one time where I was kind of sick, and in my water bottle I had like a warm water to kind of like soothe my throat, you know. And my friends were so flabbergasted. That word.
Uh.
They were like, "Why would you drink warm water?"
I had this experience too.
I
They
was
think that you should drink cold water, right?
They're
Didn't-
always drinking cold water.
I had like the worst sore throat in America. I think it was like having like the cold or the flu. I could barely swallow, and I was like, I'm gonna make some like tea, you know, to soothe it. My friend's like, why would you drink tea? I'm gonna bring you Sprite, like cold Sprite.
And oh my gosh, yes, I can get into this.
And, and so I was like, why would I drink Sprite? Like that would get stuck in my throat. No, they're like, it will help it go down. Like the fizz, like would like make it. I guess you couldn't feel it or something.
Interesting.
I was like, but you're supposed to drink like warm, like hot with like when you have these things. Like that's all we do. She's like, why would you drink hot? She's like, my mom would always get a Sprite if our throats were like hurting.
Oh,
I was like,
never heard that theory before, but
I
but
never heard, but it makes sense. Like I think for them, the theory is different.
yeah.
Like, we do like throat hurts, we do hot. They do throat hurts is cold.
Yeah, because I know that in Chinese medicine, like I think I'm getting it right, but they always drink warm water or room temperature because it matches with your body temperature.
Yes, exactly.
There's no like for your body to adjust back and forth into temperatures. That's a lot for your body. But I think that's where they're coming from. But
Yeah, like hot with hot, like we do hot with hot.
yes,
They do hot with cold
that's right.
to balance it out or something.
That's right.
I think it's like that.
Yeah, and also they drink ginger ale when they have stomachache. I'm like, huh?
ใช่
Because I don't drink like soft drink, sodas, pops, whatever you call it, because it upsets my stomach so much.
It hurts. Like the fizz.
Yeah. I think I had like low kapot.
Oh, from it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's very acidic if you think about it. It's literally eating out your like stomach. But maybe I had too much.
Maybe it's your stomach is sensitive
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So yeah, that was interesting of different sizes of fork and spoons. And,
Right. And also the size of food there compared to here is on a I don't know about California, but in Texas, it's
They're
on
trying to feed
another
the whole
level.
family for
Like,
one person.
Exactly.
I
You can
know.
get like a kid's burrito and it's like bigger than the normal adult ones here.
Yes, that's true. Like their one serving is huge.
Yeah. When I was younger, we went to an ice cream place in America, and they're like, "Do you want to share an ice cream?" I'm like, "No, I'm not sharing an ice cream. Why would I share one scoop of ice cream?" It was like the size of a baseball. I kid you not. I was so shocked. I was like, "Wow!"
Were you so happy?
I was like, "Holy cow, this is huge!" Because like the one at Swenson is like the size of a golf ball.
Nowadays, yes.
Yeah, nowadays. But it's like maybe a golf ball and a half back then.
Right.
I kid you not. It was humongous. I just
Yeah.
I didn't realize like the size of normal portion in America was so much more than here. So when like foreigners come, I remember like having this like intern come to our church.
Uh-huh.
We would go out to eat and he would have to order 2 plates of food.
Right,
We're
right,
like,
right.
"Oh, yeah, you eat that." Because he's like, 1 plate is not enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You probably need more.
Right. I remember my first experience as a restaurant. I don't remember what I ordered, but I'm like, this is huge. And I think I ate that for like 3 days. I kept eating it. I'm like, it's not gone yet. Why is it so big?
Uh-huh.
And then I think it's designed to like have takeouts, I guess,
Yes.
to bring it home. So, I mean, after a while you adjust it and you're like,
Yeah.
you kind of plan your meal around that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works out. Or even at some places, you can have half a sandwich and half like a mini cup of soup. And
Oh,
then,
yes.
and
Uh-huh.
it's just good portion size. You eat only half a sandwich and a cup of soup, and it'd be perfect.
It's great.
Yes,
Yeah,
great.
that's enough.
But then sometimes I'm like, who is my sandwich being half to?
Where's the other half?
Where is the other half? Of
I
the
need to be
sandwich?
reunited.
Because like, who are you cutting my sandwich from? Like,
That's so funny.
but I don't think that's how it works. Maybe they
No.
already like cut it the bread to that size, and you
they
can just
they only use a single piece of bread, I guess, and they like fold it and then I guess they cut it or cut it in half and put it together.
but it's they cut it in a,
A triangle. So they can do a square piece, right? And they cut in triangle and then go like this.
Yeah, but where's the other half going to?
No, there's no other half. So instead of 2 pieces of bread,
Yeah,
they only use 1 piece of bread.
yeah,
Yeah. So
and then put it in and then fold it like a triangle. Yeah. No, it can't be
why not?
because then it has to split. Like the bread has to be split in half. Oh, do you cut the bread in half?
Yeah.
Okay, then it would work.
Okay, that's how I was like, how is it not working?
I was like, I don't
when
know.
I
how
was
this-
so my town had Sprouts.
Oh,
It's kind of like Whole Foods.
yeah.
More on the expensive side. Like you don't shop there.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I would get from there is their sandwiches. It
Good.
was like, I think it was like $5
No.
for a huge sandwich, and it was so good.
What kind of sandwich did you get?
It's like making your own sandwich, like a sandwich. You
Oh.
make your own sandwich bar.
Oh, wow.
But they make it for you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of like Subway,
Yes.
but healthier.
Okay.
It was so good. Whenever I had to fly to go see my brother or like, have a long travel day, this is the place that I would
You
go
stop?
get food.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause I'm
wow.
like, I don't want to get like food at the airport because it doesn't taste that good.
Uh-huh.
And also like the airplane food, like
Uh-huh.
it depends on what
Which airline?
airlines you're in.
Yep.
So I get these sandwiches every single time, and I was surprised too that I grew to to be fond of them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm
sandwich
surprised.
is actually not our
Plus
food.
it's DIY.
Amen. That was so good. I love Subway though. That's the thing.
I mean, I did love Subway when I could eat bread. That was good. But my university would have a sandwich bar. where they would
Yes, we
put
did
stuff.
too. Yeah, we did too.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I-
We had I think every Wednesday lunch we have like pasta bar.
Oh.
It was so fun. Like everybody would line up in our dining hall.
Uh-huh.
Like if we know that after we're done with class, we would sprint to the dining hall to get in line for the pasta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must be
and-
long line.
Yeah, it was good though. So good.
Uh,
And then oh my gosh.
Ours was they would try to have international food and they would
Like what?
like pad thai.
I'm scared.
It's not pad thai.
Oh, okay.
The name said pad thai and I looked at him like
No.
that's not it. That's not it. But then if you don't think of it as pad thai,
Then it's fine.
it's fine. It's just like a random noodle.
Random noodle.
like random stir fry noodle of some sort. And it's like, this is pretty good noodles, but not
Right.
pad thai.
Yeah.
That's how I would classify it.
It's kind of like this is controversial, but I love Panda Express.
Hey, I do too.
Don't say it's not Chinese food, but
It's
like
not Chinese food, but it's good food.
it's great. I
love
love
it.
Panda Express.
What did you get, Panda?
I would usually just get like brown rice. I don't like their chow mein, like
Me
their
neither.
stir fry noodles.
It's hard.
I don't
okay,
know
yeah.
what it is. It's just like it doesn't taste like anything. It doesn't enhance the flavor
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
mouth,
yeah.
So I would get like brown rice. I love their orange chicken.
Oh, me too.
It's just
I
so
would get
good.
that. Yes, I would get
I-
that.
Like and steamed vegetables. I would be good for that day,
I like to get their orange chicken because it's their specialty.
right?
Sometimes I get their broccoli beef stir fry or something.
I don't know why people think that's like is that a Chinese food?
I don't
I
know. But
if,
the whole
if that is like, I don't know. I don't think that's like original.
I don't think anything is really that original there, but I just
Right.
like that. I just like Panda Express. It's just good.
I love Panda Express.
So, yeah, I would go eat it again. Like my parents, when they come to America,
Mhm.
we would go to Panda Express too.
It's good.
It's good.
And like for its price is really good.
it's huge.
Yeah.
Gives so much food. I'm like, I would eat Panda Express again if I go visit.
I remember like getting like we didn't need any rice from Panda Express. My older brother and I, we just get the entrees.
Carb load. I mean, protein load.
Yes, just like one huge box of orange chicken, and
Big.
like my older brother loved walnut shrimp.
Uh huh. Was
we-
it the wonton cream cheese one?
no the walnut shrimps? Like they would
Walnut shrimps?
so they would put shrimps in like a batter and
Oh.
like deep fry it,
Oh.
and they would stir fry it with not stir fry it, but they would like mix it with like walnuts and like some kind of sweet sauce.
Okay, I think I've seen those.
Yes. So we would get just the entrees, no rice, because
Uh-huh.
I can make that.
Yes.
Right? So that's what we did. We would bring it home and eat it at
Oh,
home.
ooh,
That was good, too.
wow.
And we had it for a while.
Ooh, Wow,
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry. Thinking about it, I'm like,
yeah.
that
Oh, I miss
sounds
Panda
quite
Express
good.
so much.
There's a restaurant close by here that somebody told me about that makes orange chicken. similar to Panda Express.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think the good thing about Thailand is they can imitate some stuff that you get in America now.
Really? Yeah. I mean, they some plates imitate really well,
Yes.
but some plates I'm like, just don't call it that.
Yes.
You know?
But they imitate it so well enough to where I'm like, okay, I'd be good with this.
Yeah. I'm
a
like,
little
I'll
bit.
be. It would satisfy my
Yeah.
cravings. Yeah.
But only some things. Like Chick-fil-A. How can I forget about Chick-fil-A? You know, fast
It's
food.
so funny because like everybody in my town was obsessed with Chick-fil-A.
Oh, really?
We didn't have it. And
Oh.
then in the last year that I was there, they opened Chick-fil-A in our town.
Uh-huh.
And then I think that like because they opened in my town, it lost all the magic for me. I'm like, "Ugh, nah, it's too easy."
Oh, really?
So I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
love
eh.
Chick-fil-A. They used
It's
like in my
okay.
college town, they had like a day in the week where you could get like a chicken burger or a chicken sandwich for like a discounted price, or like you buy the chicken sandwich but you get the fries for cheaper.
I don't like their fries. Their waffle fries, for some reason, I don't like it.
Oh my word! Because I just love their sauces.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's not just Chick-fil-A sauce. I love Chick-fil-A sauce, but I love the Polynesian sauce.
I heard a lot about that one as well.
So I get that one, and then I get some ketchup, and I'm like, are we eating sauce or are we eating chicken? But I'm like, I like their chicken. Like I usually don't get chicken sandwich as often, but I like their chicken like chicken nuggets.
Because it's actually real chicken.
It's real chicken, and then the waffle fries.
I heard their mac and cheese is really good too.
I had it the other day, but I'm not like not the other day, like a couple years ago when it first came out, and it was okay. Like I'm not a huge like
Yeah, I'm not a mac and cheese.
mac and cheese person, but people said it was really good.
I don't like it, but I want it now. You know.
I love that whole combination of just chicken nuggets.
Do you know
waffle
that you
fries,
can get like
Dr. Pepper.
Chick-fil-A sauce in like a grocery store now? Like,
Yes, somebody brought it back for me. Like not recently, but like maybe three,
Right,
4
right,
years
right,
ago. They brought like a tube.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
tube. Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh,
yeah.
like ketchup, like
Yeah.
container.
I tried making it before, the Chick-fil-A sauce, and I ate it and I'm like, oh, this is like similar to, have you ever like, yeah, that is like it. Then we tried the actual Chick-fil-A sauce right beside it, and it's like,
Never mind.
not it. Not it at all.
I have a list of things that I would like buy when I go to the States to just come back.
Yeah.
I love Takis.
You can get them here now.
I know, but it's so
They're
expensive.
a little expensive.
Yeah.
You just have to think about the price of carrying it back.
That's right, but I'm flying back anyways.
I know, but like
know what I
that
mean?
that helps me when if I have to buy it here, like
right.
you would have to buy
The
the plane ticket to go get it. That's more expensive.
Yes.
Right. I would, but a lot of things I feel like Thailand has so much of now that going to America is not like, oh, I really want to go back
Right,
as
right,
often
right.
because
Yeah.
what we have is good
I
enough.
can get it here.
Yeah, I can get it here.
Yeah.
Where I don't really need it.
Right. I
Except
live
for, like,
without it.
Yeah, except if I was going to visit friends, then obviously can't get that.
Yeah.
Like that would be the main thing, and I would get to eat Chick-fil-A on the side
Oh yes.
or Sonic. Oh, okay.
Or Panda Express.
I would have like a list of places I would
Me
need to
too.
visit.
Yeah.
That's all I would do.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean we can. The other day I was thinking, maybe a while ago, I'm like, oh, I miss the food.
I do too. I really do miss the food.
They just make some really good burritos.
Oh my gosh. I never really liked burritos, like
Mm.
ever, or
Yes.
beans.
Yes.
But once I was there, I knew
good.
that the burrito that I was having here is trash. You know? I mean, there are some restaurant now that I really love.
But the thing is, their tortilla here is not chewy like the ones in
Right.
in America.
Right.
Something about it is the consistency would break apart here.
That's right. It's too dry.
It's too dry. Yeah. And the ones in America it's like doughy, like springy a little bit to
Mhm.
where it can hold its roll. And when you bite
And
into
it's
it,
hefty.
yes. And when you bite it, it doesn't fall apart or crumble like
That's right.
dryness of
That
it.
sounds so good.
That's why I'm like, I need some good
Have you
burritos.
been to this side note? You don't know how to put this in, but have you been to Salsa Kitchen?
Yes. That's the only place where
Same.
we'll go to like Mexican. And it's
Yeah.
okay, but I mean it's good, but I don't get a burrito there. I would get like a
I love the tacos.
tacos. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I get the taco. I get the
Their
soft
guac's
tacos.
not bad. Yeah, I made guac the other day. I'm like, oh, I can make myself. You know.
I make guacamole like none other this last like 2 years. It's just buy the avocado and make it, and I'm
They're
like,
so easy.
it could make it really easily. Like I think being in Thailand, you learn how to make food from scratch. well.
100%. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna get like for me, getting like a spaghetti sauce is an abomination. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah. I with spaghetti sauce, I haven't made it for a while because I don't really eat tomatoes anymore because of the acid.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I grew to love tomatoes so much. Yeah.
And spaghetti, the senna, is just to me is like let's just go slow. So, but usually I would use the spaghetti sauce can as the base,
Mm?
and then I would make it my own. So it wouldn't just be the like I wouldn't put it in. I would
Right.
put that, then I put real tomatoes, things, and make it, and then
Yes.
add my seasoning. So I would like remix it, but at least it's like the มันก็ใส่ canola or like seasoning.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy our little food talk. I mean, I would love to keep talking about this, but
Yeah,
you know,
it's already 2 episodes of this.
That's right. If you want us to talk a little bit more about it, just let us know.
yeah, yeah. Which part?
Because we will talk about food and baking, and we can. Hey, maybe we could like. We should do a cookie episode.
We can.
We should.
Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier too.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.